That's the spec. So that's option one. Option two is we give them the contractor the option. Do you want to use the parks tank or do you want to use temporary storage? This is probably
based on what we're going to.
Yes, it's going to be a cheaper option because it's going to give them more leeway in the schedule. It's going to give them more flexibility to use the summer months when coatings are a little bit easier to apply. They don't have to heat. So that's a more affordable option. But keep in mind, you do have a $900,000 grant where we assume that this will be done in 12 months. So they don't feel like you have to go with the cheapest option. We'd say let's go with the best option for the district. And then the third option would be either of the above options, but give a deduct for a schedule extension, which would save you money, like by allowing that contractor to go further in the season, but then they actually, so it's, you would write it in, bid it for the May 24th start, but have a deduct line item where if you extend the schedule later into the season, that saves you money. So that's the third option. What I'm hearing is that option one is kind of where you guys want to go with that. Have it as a contingency bid item if you need it in emergency. We can use a temporary storage or VFD, but we're going to try to stick to that May 24th stop. That's what I'm hearing. Is
I was going to ask you that.
How
easy do you think it would be to rent or find a VFD if you needed it?
That's an unknown. It sounds like, you might be able to
they're all over the place in farm countries, and you've got lots of farm country around us, close proximity and stuff.
I think
until you need
them.
They're around until you need them.
Well, that's true. Although just a few months ago, I needed a VFD that people told me I couldn't get, and I managed to find it in 24 hours. So you just never know.
I think what we struggled with on that is like, how does it tie into that well though? Because your well pump is drawing, right? So we looked at that and then we were like, well, maybe the temporary storage makes a little more sense just because. I understand the concern with water pressure. That's legitimate.
And the firefighting side of it.
Yeah, 100%.
There's liability. Even if we get the contractor the option to do quite the same, they put some tremendous liability on him. So
yeah.
Be a little reticent to go along with it.
Another option too that I didn't present on is really option one. We could still have the contingency bid item, but also you could have the schedule option where, like, if the work wasn't done necessarily, they could come back in the fall when the parks tank is off. So that could be a good meet in the middle as well. I present these because it has impacts to the schedule, the budget, and I want to do.
They could walk away in May, not done.
Yes.
But the tank in usable condition.
Mm-hmm.
Not avoiding anybody.
Right.
And then come back in the fall and water these sides off, and then get back on the park system.
Yep.
But I feel they would need to pay it.
Yeah, and maybe that's your deduct option.
Yeah, if we can get that tank so it holds water, the rest of it can go.
Can go into the summer, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Okay. So what I'm hearing then, we'll stick with that original game plan. We will have the spec developed with the settings and everything. If we have to use it, there'll be a price to it. You're not stuck with a change order. So what we want to avoid is if you don't introduce competition into that, and you get stuck in the situation where you're facing a change order, they're going to make the price and then you're stuck.
Main thing is to get that tank sealed, and then from that point on, we can handle it.
So we'll have that contingency item, and then we'll have the option to do the work in the fall.
Yep.
But with a deduct.
Yeah, it wouldn't even have to be in the fall. They could work
in
the summer.
Yeah, if for whatever reason they didn't finish the interior.
Because it doesn't affect our water service.
That's the point.
They didn't finish the interior work, and they needed to come back and swap again onto the parks tank when the parks isn't using it. It would just be done in the fall. But we'd just have that as a deduct and just plan that we're not going to use it, but it's there. If the other big picture thing is I want to make sure we attract bidders. Because a lot of these tank contractors want to work in the summer when they don't have to do, you know what I mean? So I want to provide something too that we don't get one bid that's through the roof.
Yeah. As far as painting the outside of it and so forth, that
can be done later. Yeah. Okay.
Is there not going to just start working on it?
Yeah.
Their choice. But you got to get done.
Yeah, maybe.
Drop dead date.
Yeah, and what are the percentage options of them being able to get that tank sealed?
Yeah. That's just tough to say, yeah.
But is it 80%?
Mhm.
I don't know if it actually shuts down, I'm sure Labor Day is the last big weekend.
When they turn that, I mean, otherwise, I mean, you're shutting off water to all the facilities. That's probably what's
But
going on.
probably, they still have some usage in there with staff, but
In their office.
it's usually
On the
more
south.
about Labor Day.
I kinda like that idea, Paul, if you guys are